Hello, in this video, I'm going to take you through my project, an AI-powered news chatbot, which is based on RAG architecture. This chatbot retrieves the relevant news article from our database and then generate a user-friendly Gemini response. So if a user comes in and types a general message, hi, then our assistant greets him and gives a suggestion as well. So if the user says, tell me tech news, so it retrieves the relevant news article and then generate a response. While it is generating, I'll mm, let you go through my phases. So in the first page where we trained our data, so through Axios, we fetched various articles from websites. Let me also show you the code as well. So in our services, under new services, yeah. So this is the website in which we are fetching the data. After that data is fetched, then through Cheerio and XML2.js, we clean the data so that each data is properly indexed through various keywords, and then it gets passed through RSS. After that data is cleaned, it gets transferred into a vector through Jina API. So in our embedding services, we are using version 2, and the dimension which we are creating is 768. So the Jina API transform or all our retrieved clean data into a vector. After that transformation, that vector is stored into a database, and we have used quadrant for it. After our database is created, now let me take you through our phase 2, where our front end, which we have built on React and TypeScript and use SCSS for our styling. We have also implemented Socket IO, making it a real-time communication. We have also some REST APIs and HTTP requests as well, but for single time usage, creating it mixture of both. So when a user sends a query, it goes to our Node.js backend, and that query is transformed into a vector. Let me also show you the whole workflow as well through live demonstration. So let's fire our front end as well as our backend. So these are the logs in our server. So first the socket IO is initialized, making it a real-time communication. After that, we get connected to Redis Cloud and then Quadrant for our database retrieval. Then all those articles that are inside our news article collection, those are stored here. We have scraped around 100 plus articles in our vector database, and this system is ready. So if we go to this, so yeah, this is a local. So if I say hi, here it is retrieving a cache system, making it more fast. Let me show you the, yeah, as we can see, through our session ID, a message is generated hi, and with our cache service code, which we have created, checks whether it hits our stored database on Redis or not. If it hits it, then it creates the data very fast manner, making it very efficient to use. If we tell him, tell me business news. So it's also cast. Let me tell something new. Tell me Amazon news. So I don't think that is cast. Yeah. So here's our query is transformed into a vector. It checks in our RAG pipeline, whether it hits or not. If no, then it creates an embedding of it through Gina and then search our database and then find the result. We are creating 10 results, getting 10 results, and after that we pick the relevant 5 passages so that the response is more accurate and happy. So let me quickly show you the front end part as well. So in our source, we are using TypeScript for our logic and React for our framework. For styles, we have created a modular structure with modern style and components for each. We have also created types for each role we have in our hooks. So this is a custom hook where we created various services like handle message or while the bot is typing. So all these things, and each is listened by our socket IO, making it real time. We are using session in local storage, making it more fast. So when I refresh, all our previous responses fetched. And if we click reset, a new session is created, deleting the old one. Here, as we can see, session reset and new session is joined by a socket. We have a global context as well, which have the connection status, the connected that goes through each and every component. So we have 4 components: a chat interface, a message input, which has submit handlers that handles the code, the list, and a typing indicator, which we are seeing right now. So this was the front end part. As we have discussed in our backend as well. So in our config, this is the sorry um, Redis configuration file, and this is for validation our env. I have also created an example. So these are all the necessary APIs and environment variables which we need. In our middleware, we have created a very robust error handling with the rate limiter so that API is not misused. So there are various error handling, making it very robust and industry grade. We have also a validation so that the response is well and okay for our node to verify. So in our route, we have all these endpoints where validated message goes through each and every aspect. So this is sessioning so that histories respond, a caching system for fast retrieval of messages, our embedding system services where we are using Jina to transfer our text into vectors, our news retriever where we are scraping the data. So this is the pipeline, the RAG pipeline, which we have discussed. Yeah. So if a cache is not a hit, then it goes through this pipeline where we have a quadrant, a Gemini, and all this thing is inside a pipeline. So first we initialize all that database is connected. We build a knowledge base in our first phase. Then we retrieve our context. Also, I want to show you, yeah, while this is creating a GitHub repo as well, I've created with a very beautiful README. So on each step, user can go through this and know everything about our project, our front end part, our back end part. Each service has its own README, making it very user friendly. So in services, each file stored. It's the architecture which we are creating. As user sends a message, then the session service hit, then embedding, then vector. So the whole pipeline and the workflow is explained. And this whole GitHub repo is deployed on our render. So this was the front end part which I showed you, our news repo. Yeah, this was the thing source. We have created intelligent scoring system where we give score to the relevant context. So it helps us creating a very categorized sources or to help our Gemini to create a beautiful response. And this is the server endpoint. These are all the API endpoints which I have created in various aspects of my project. And all these endpoints are verified and working through, and I've checked it through our Postman. So this was my whole project, a news chatbot. Hope you like this video. Have a nice day.